Hello? China? I have my Hawaii watch here. I know you can hear me. Yo, you guys need to do something because I really like AliExpress. Seriously. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. Today's video is about some of the bans that are being imposed on a lot of Chinese businesses and services, specifically applications, and how that can affect your portfolio and how you can kind of strategize around avoiding future problems when it comes to these kind of application bans. Once again, though, I am not a financial advisor, and these videos are strictly for fun. If you do want to, get more professional help or some kind of professional help, I definitely recommend seeking out a professional licensed advisor. But once again, this video is just for fun. With that being said, let's get into it. So, you guys have probably heard about Huawei. It's the maker of this sports watch. It's a Chinese technology company. They usually make phones, watches, things like that. But the U.S. has already pretty much put the hammer down on them, and a lot of other countries have too. Now, this has affected the stock market in many different ways because Huawei had some contracts for networks. They're also a network designer, right? So they had some contracts, and I want to say pre-April or pre-pandemic, those contracts were actually going to be sourced to either Ericsson or Nokia in the United States, and that's kind of been put on hold for right now. But that's just kind of an example of what I'm trying to get at here. You know, we don't really realize it, but a lot of these applications and services have a huge impact on the way the world works, right? Recently, Donald Trump has basically went on record saying he's going to ban TikTok in the United States, and I think WeChat was just added to that, and these are some pretty big companies. I'm sure you can't go anywhere on the internet and not see a TikTok video or some kind of reference to TikTok nowadays. And when it comes to WeChat, that is the #1 app in China. It's basically a mixture of all their social media, LinkedIn, ride sharing, cash apps. I mean, it's like they took all the apps that we use on a daily basis and they just put them into one entire app. And this is going to have an interesting effect on not only our economy, but the world economy. To be honest, I personally don't care about TikTok, and WeChat, I don't use it, so I don't have any stake in that argument. What I can say is this. The newest target by Donald Trump is Alibaba. Now, Alibaba is a parent company to a lot of different other services. A specific service that you may have heard of is AliExpress. Now, the reason I want to get into this is because I'm going to explain how this is going to affect your experience going and shopping or shopping on the internet, and kind of break down what to expect. Now, you guys probably don't know this, but most of the things you see on Facebook or Instagram, those ads about a special product, like the burrito blanket, those are actually drop shipped from China. And what drop shipping is where I go to a site like AliExpress and I say, ooh, this looks like an interesting item. I think I'll sell it. And what I do then is I create a Shopify website for that item with a buy button for you. Now, this doesn't happen only on Shopify. It actually happens a lot on Amazon as well. A lot of times when you see from other sellers on Amazon, a lot of that stuff is drop shipped, or it's FBA'd, which is fulfilled by Amazon. And that's basically where I buy a whole crap load of stuff, send it to an Amazon fulfillment center, and they just sell it for me. So this is going to present a problem, and here's why. Companies like Shopify and Amazon and these online marketplaces, they're going to feel the brunt of this. And the reason I say that is because a lot of their fees and a lot of the money they make comes from these sellers. Now, I'm not trying to say that Amazon or Shopify or any of these other online retailers are just going to go out of business because their supply chain's been hit. Because let's be honest, there are companies out there that are legit selling on these sites, and they don't need to outsource or drop ship from AliExpress or Alibaba. For example, I actually run a watch company and a clothing company, and while I do use work in China, I don't actually drop ship from AliExpress anymore. That was kind of in my beginning days. Instead, I actually just run orders through a Chinese factory for these sports watches that I sell. and I have a US factory that makes the clothing for my business. So you can see that there is going to be, some kind of revenue for these sites, and a lot of companies are starting to do what I do. Drop shipping is kind of becoming a relic in a way, but at the end of the day, these companies will still see some sort of drop off just because there are a lot of drop shippers out there. I mean, if you don't believe me, you can go on Facebook, and I guarantee if you scroll through, you're going to see an ad for some kind of weird product that you don't know that you need, but you need it. And most likely that's being sold on AliExpress. And they're basically adding a middleman, and you're paying him to find the product for you. Now, when it comes to you investing, these are things that you want to consider. How is one action going to lead to other actions? And this doesn't only matter when it comes to bans on applications or services from China. Imagine if this happened really anywhere. You have to look at the entire picture when you're investing. Now, what you can do to combat this is when you're investing, start trying to look at a company's supply chain. Where do they get their resources? Where do they outsource their work? Or do they keep it in-house? What do they do to make their products? And if something was to happen, how would that affect their business? Anyway, guys, that is the video for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get all the new videos as soon as they're up. And yeah, if you want a free stock, click the link down below in the description. And until next time, guys, have a good one.